Before the Passover celebration, Jesus knew that his hour had come to leave this world and return to his Father. He had loved his disciples during his ministry on earth, and now he loved them to the very end. This was during supper, and the devil had already prompted Judas, the son of Simon Iscariot, to betray Jesus. Jesus knew that the Father had given him authority over everything, and that he had come from God and would return to God. So he got up from the table, took off his robe, wrapped a towel around his waist, and poured water into a basin. Then he began to wash the disciples' feet, drying them with the towel he had around him. After washing their feet, he put on his robe again and sat down and asked them, "Do you understand what I was doing? You call me teacher and Lord, and you're right, because that's what I am. And since I, your teacher and Lord, have washed your feet, you ought to wash each other's feet. I've given you an example to follow. Do as I have done to you. I tell you the truth, slaves are not greater than their master, nor is the messenger more important than the one who sends the message. Now that you know these things, God will bless you for doing them." This account of the Last Supper in John 13 gives us 4 powerful snapshots of God's love, his agape, in action. Here's the first. Jesus knew that Judas would betray him, but the love Jesus showed to Judas as he washed his feet was the same unconditional love that he showed to John, who's known as the disciple whom Jesus loved. Here's another one. Jesus knew the disciples had been arguing about who would be the greatest in the kingdom. It happened just before they got to the upper room. But he didn't get frustrated with them. Instead, he showed them that serving in love is what he expected of anyone who wanted to be great in his kingdom. Third snapshot. Jesus knew what was ahead. The pain, the humiliation, and even being rejected by his own Father. But he wasn't distracted by all of these troubles, even though they were huge. His love kept him on course. Finally, Jesus had already set aside his glory in order to become a man. He deserved to have every knee bent in his presence. But he didn't insist on getting the respect he deserved. He stayed humble so the message wouldn't be lost. Like a slave, he washed their feet in order to show them his love. After Judas left the group and went out into the darkness, Jesus folded all of these lessons together so that his disciples would know what to do when he was gone. He said, "A new commandment I give to you, that you love one another as I have loved you, that you also love one another. By this all will know that you are my disciples, if you have agape, love for one another." Now that you know these things, God will bless you too for doing it.